back on the yes, I am the savage. I got 'em mad after the bag.
Hey, what's up everyone? This is Dante's Analysis and welcome back to my channel. So for today's review, this is actually going to be a request by my good pal Jason. And for today's little movie review, I'm actually going to be doing a review to the film that's strictly on Disney Plus called Turning Red. And this film was released literally last week, Friday, on Disney Plus. And I'll have to say, I actually just finished the movie probably an hour or two ago, and the movie is actually pretty good. The movie, it's actually a very creative animated film. It just talks about a story about a 13-year-old May called Mei Ling, and she's actually I wouldn't say, she's basically like your normal kind of overachiever teenager who's trying to oppress her mother. And she comes from an Asian family, and you know how some Asian parents are, they're very strict on their kid. Well, I wouldn't say her mom's very strict. I mean, she's a little strict on Mei Ling, but she just expects a lot out of her, and sometimes that overbearingness does weigh on Mei Ling a bit. She's kind of like a student in her school. She's an overachiever. Not a lot of people like her. She has 3 other friends that she hangs out with, and another friend that she befriends later on in the film. But there was a point where not a lot of people mess with her because she was kind of doing a little bit too much. But during progressing throughout the film, that she definitely does build her character, and she starts becoming more cool with a lot more people because of this ancient heritage that her ancestors have passed down through generations through the red panda, and how all their ancestors and through generations and how they were able to adopt the panda. And because her ancestor actually explained this in the film, how the ancestor, there was not really a whole lot of men that was in to protect them in the war. So she ended up talking to the gods, and she actually ended up getting a red panda, and that's how she was able to use that power to fend for herself and for the village. And that power is actually passed on through generations of her family, and that's how to Mei Ling's grandmother, to her mother, and now to the daughter Mei Ling. And at first she wasn't really too fond of it because she was just very shocked that she got it. But throughout the film, she kind of used her powers to kind of gain financial gain with their fans, to attend this popular concert with this popular boy group called Fort Town, and she was able to almost gain enough money to go to the concert. But there was actually a little incident that happened, and they were kind of able to get the money, but there was actually some conflicts. Mei ended up finding out that the same day as the concert was also the same day as the red moon, is where the day that she has to get rid of the red panda out of her system. And she was very upset about that. And also this other character named Tyler was kind of just really poking at the bear, and Mei Ling almost scratched him up and everything. And it ended up becoming this whole conflict that happened throughout the film, through towards the middle end of the film. And it was kind of towards the middle end of the film, and yeah, they were able to work out their differences, and yeah, I definitely did feel like this animation was very cool. I loved the animation from beginning to end. It was great. I loved the story overall, and how it dealt with certain conflicts, and definitely with touching on the subjects of not like overbearing your kids, and also not expecting their kids to be just like you. Just let them live their own lives and just not be so overbearing, because you could tell in the film that Mei Ling's mom was definitely overbearing, and she was always like keeping an eye on her, and that could really get to a kid, especially a teenager at that age, because it's almost like they have like no privacy in their lives. And that's what I definitely did like about this film. It definitely did touched on real life perspectives and how it could impact a child's life. And yeah, I love that very much. And I love the camaraderie. I do like the culture that was in the film. And yeah, that's basically it. It also just shows you what a normal, like what a teenager goes through in their lives, like getting attracted to the boys or girls, just liking certain music, being around friends, and just experiencing like teenage stuff is like what a normal teenager would do. But when you have like an overbearing parent that doesn't really expect you to like those things, expects you to be a whole different person, that's when inner turmoil starts, and that's when things can get a little shaky and rocky. So I definitely did like how this film touched upon teenage experiences. And yeah, that's pretty much it about this film. This film was definitely enjoyable, and I didn't regret watching this film at all. This film was very solid from beginning to end, and I love it very much. So I definitely give it like a 4.5 out of 5. I definitely loved like the I'm about to say album. I did like the film very much, and I'm really excited to see more films from Disney Plus. And yeah, that's really about it. And again, I give Turning Red a 4.5 out of 5. And thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.